Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in to Crashy News, where we bring you the latest in Crash Bandicoot news and updates. The clock is still ticking day by day until we can finally get our hands on the first brand new mainline Crash game in over a decade this October. Since its official reveal in June, things have been relatively quiet in terms of updates on Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, until very recently. It's about time. After journalists and influencers got a little taste of Crash 4 via a private playable demo in late July, in addition to there being an interview on the official PlayStation podcast, a new lengthy gameplay trailer also premiered as part of PlayStation's State of Play showcase on August 6th, the first of many PS4 and PS5 game announcements. With all the new information presented, we not only got an even more detailed look at key features and aspects of the game that were already discussed or simply hinted at during the reveal, but a few new elements have been revealed as well. There's quite a lot to get through here, so let's not waste any more time. Here's a look at what's new with Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. You probably know by now that the Quantum Masks are a major part of the upcoming game, summoning themselves from the multiverse to help the player tackle challenges by utilizing their reality-bending powers. We know about Kupunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, and we also know about Ika Ika, who allows you to instantly flip the direction of gravity. But then there's Lani-Loli, who was featured heavily during the reveal trailer, but what we didn't know at the time was what kind of powers he could bring to the table. Now we know that his gameplay purpose is to phase shift elements in and out of existence at the push of a button. This allows for sections like the rail grinding in the Dino Dash level to provide timing-based platforming challenges. As for the remaining fourth mask in the group, visible on the game's box art, it's been confirmed that his name is Akano, but what powers he has won't be revealed until a later date. Another key aspect of Crash 4 brought up since the reveal is the ability to play as other characters besides Crash himself. We know that Coco will be playable in any level that involves Crash as they share the same moveset, and it's been said that she will play a much larger role in the narrative than ever before, being present alongside Crash in all the cutscenes. We also know that the fiendish Dr. Neo Cortex will be playable, and this time we get a proper extended look on how he plays, through his version of the level Snow Way Out. Cortex's levels are more puzzle-oriented, and he has a moveset that differs from the Bandicoots, utilizing a mid-air dash instead of the double jump. And as a trade-off for the latter, he can fire a shot from his ray gun to turn enemies into platforms, and then a second shot to turn them gelatinous so you can bounce on them. Once you reach the spot, Cortex prepares to blow up the ship with Crash on it, but accidentally pushes the button too soon after sneezing, explaining the explosion in Crash's version of the level. At that point, you'll be put back in control of Crash and continue through the level's second half, but with ramped up difficulty and crates being put in different spots. Cortex's levels are an example of what's been described as timeline levels, which are meant to explain specific events in Crash and Coco's story through the perspective of different characters, as stated by Toys for Bob producer Lou Studdert. But Cortex isn't the only other fan-favorite character you'll be able to take control of. In fact, it's officially been confirmed that the Dingo-Croc hybrid himself, Dingodile, will be playable in his own set of timeline levels. As we can see, in addition to jumping and spinning his crocodile tail to attack, his moveset relies on his vacuum gun, which can be used to suck up not only crates, but also barrels of TNT to launch at enemies and obstacles, and lets him hover in the air to get over large gaps. This playstyle undoubtedly might give off some Luigi's Mansion vibes, or maybe even some Daxter on PSP vibes if you've ever played that. In the game's storyline, Dingodile has decided to retire from his life of villainy and hang up his famous flamethrower to settle down and live his lifelong dream of opening and managing his own diner down in the swamp. Only to see it explode into pieces before his very eyes and for him to get sucked into another dimension. Now he's on a quest to avenge his ill-fated diner. The original PS1 Crash trilogy has been known to incentivize you for going the extra mile, whether it be for collecting all the gems, discovering hidden secrets, or blasting through time trials. With this in mind, Toys for Bob seeks to provide an extra dose of replayability by including an N.Verted Mode, made in collaboration with Beanox, the team behind Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. In N.Verted Mode, not only is the perspective mirrored, but the levels in each dimension have a different visual filter applied to them that even affects the gameplay to an extent. In one level, you'll have to splatter paint all over a colorless world a la De Blob. In another, you'll have to keep up with an old-timey film reel that cranks up the speed of the gameplay, and another level is completely submerged in water, leading to floatier physics. You might even notice that some levels replace the Wumpa fruits with a new type of fruit called Bumpa Berries, which can be seen in the reveal trailer as well as the upcoming mobile game Crash on the Run. Every single level in the regular campaign can be replayed in N.Verted Mode once it's been unlocked, giving completionists a reason to scratch their itch and revisit these levels to earn even more gems and rewards. Remember the totally tubular skins you would unlock by purchasing the game digitally? At the sight of that during the game's reveal, we all assumed it meant that there will be a plethora of other cosmetic skins to wear. Well, it's now been confirmed thanks to the State of Play overview that Crash and Coco can wear dozens upon dozens of outfits that are earned by collecting gems and completing specific challenges. No microtransactions at launch, nor after, pretty much never, as the developers at Toys for Bob are constantly insisting to the press. Among the slew of new skins shown for Crash and Coco, we have the well-known biker jacket from Crash 3, a chicken suit, a pirate captain duster complete with the hat and hook, an Asian tiger warrior outfit that shares similarities to Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, a French artist outfit, a futuristic spacesuit, a clown costume turning into a triceratops, a unicorn onesie, an N-Gin rocket head outfit, a marine captain, and finally a neon rave outfit for both Bandicoots. Also, if you're getting the game on PlayStation 4, you will receive 2 sets of skins for both Crash and Coco, which are the Marsupus Erectus and Sirius Upgrade skins. These skins are timed exclusive to PlayStation owners and will be available on other platforms on December 31st, 2021. Now let's get into some other little tidbits about the game. We didn't mention this the first time we talked about Crash 4, but instead of utilizing the Warp Room system from Crash 2 and 3, the Level Select system, which is referred to as the Dimensional Map, is more akin to the first Crash game, being strictly linear in terms of progression. This is to give more focus to the story and keep the difficulty curve rising steadily. When asked about how level variety is handled in Crash 4, Lou Studdert specifically referenced Cortex Strikes Back as the key example, where vehicle segments were used more sparingly as a means of adding to the platforming, which was the primary focus, unlike Crash 3, where levels fully dedicated to vehicles were much more prominent. Not saying that's a bad thing, but, you know. Regarding the game's soundtrack, it's been confirmed that a certain Walter Mayer is responsible for composing the music in Crash 4. His previous works include contributing additional music to the Grand Theft Auto and Total War series, as well as being the lead composer behind Killzone Mercenary for the PS Vita. Lou Studdert recalled how Walter Mayer blew them away with his composition and felt that he brought a lot of freshness and openness to the game thanks to his use of worldly instruments and attention to detail. An example of this is how he uses the oldest musical instrument in history, the bone flute, for the prehistoric levels. And that's all we have for today. We hope you liked the story, and if you did, be sure to leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to this channel to keep up with future updates. For more regular coverage, also check the Crashy News website and follow us on social media, links in the description below. This is Crashy News, leaving you with the quote of the day. On a cold winter's night, have yourself a bite of Bandicoot stew. I wonder what that would taste like. I guess we'll never know.